Welcome back to the fifth interview in our ongoing 0 to 10K journey with Tim. Last month, Tim broke into profit for the first time after a wild ad scaling phase. In this episode, we'll break down his September results, how he managed ad spend at scale, what changed in his systems, and how he's gearing up for Q4. Plus, we'll answer a few viewer questions from the last video. Big welcome back, Tim.
Nice to be here again. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with results and performance. What were your gross and net royalties for September, and how much did you spend in total on ads?
Good news. I think we might have to rename this the series because I've hit the 10K mark last month. To be exact, it has been last month $13,517. Ad spend in total has been $12,644. Net profit $873. I have to say though, I will also show the full royalty curve in the video probably. Towards the first 2/3 of the month, the profit has been much higher, and towards the last third of the month, I've launched some new books. Ad spend has gone up. There have been negative days, but other than that, I have some negative days. But yeah, overall, I'm finally profitable. Yeah.
That's great to hear. How does that compare to August?
For those who have watched the last video, you might remember it. It was 8,700 gross and an ad spend of 11,694. So last month I was total net minus 3K almost. So it's good to see the numbers going up. Also spending going up, of course, but it's good to see green numbers finally.
That's great. How many books are live now, and roughly what percentage of your income comes from your top 1 to 2 titles?
I have live in total of 31 books, while 8 books only have an ebook version online. Working on getting the paperback out. I will go into my current roadblocks in a second. And 5 only have a paperback version online. I did a little calculation. The top selling books are together 82% royalties. So the top selling book is making 9,600 last month. The second top selling book is making 1.6K. So they both together are 82%. Only the top selling book is 70%. I think that shows how powerful a single book can be. I wish every single book would perform like this, but I have some more books. I'm working on a follow-up book on this top selling book. I think this also has a chance to perform really good. And I got some other books in stock that I could also see performing really well.
Oh, that's amazing. That shows the 80-20 rule in effect.
Yeah.
What's the current BSR trend for your bestsellers? Any new breakout books or drops?
I have some new breakout books, the one I released at the end of last month. However, let me first get to the best-selling book. The best-selling book is currently at a BSR of 4K. It jumps back and forth between 3 and 5.5K approximately BSR. I have the second best performing book. It has dropped slightly because one of the books I published is more or less a little bit a competitor to this book, but with a seasonal advantage. It's currently at a BSR of around 3K. And the new books which I've launched, some of them are taking off now. One is at 12K BSR. I saw today, which I was very happy about. It's starting to rank really well for some keywords. Mostly organic sales, surprisingly. I tried Facebook ads, didn't convert that well, and but I was able to rank it for some keywords through Facebook ads. I have another seasonal book, which is also at 30K right now. So I have a couple books around that mark. Let me check the third best-selling book, actually. I think that's also around 30, 40K. But I also have to say I have some books, I believe it's 3 books or so, that completely went under. Also, I'm pretty sure we turned off ads for them completely at the moment to more into the working books. Yeah, the third best-selling book has a BSR also 44,000.
Okay.
So I'm happy with it so far.
Yeah, that's great. How are your Amazon ads performing now? What's your 7-day or 30-day ACOS/ROAS?
Let me check for last month. By the way, we're recording this video on the 9th of October, but we're talking about my September results. September, the total ACOS was 47.04%. I think I can also show the curve. Let me pick now the last 7 days. You get a little sneak peek how this month is going. It's at 60%, but there have been some new books launched. Of course, ACOS it goes up then. But yeah, this month also going very well. I think maybe I can reach the 20K this month. I'm not sure yet, depending on how the new books pick up. Yeah, but next part will also be exciting.
Definitely. What's your daily ad spend and how are you controlling bids or budgets compared to last month?
I think this might sound crazy. My daily ad spend at the moment and last month has been approximately $500 a day. So it has gone up pretty quickly, but only because it's still profitable. Only through this high ad spend I was able to get this best-selling book to position so well, and it's still a lot of ad spend going in there, but also a lot of organic sales. We're in the meantime, we have lost the bestseller batch for that book. Then the ad spend has come up a little bit again to like 600 for some days, I believe. Got the bestseller batch back, and from then on we're at approximately 500. Except at the end of the month, I've launched Facebook ads for the new books, and that was plus $120. So that also has been a little higher. It sounds crazy, $500 a day. It's also in the beginning. I will show a curve. I think this is very interesting. I will show the graph of my best-selling book, how it performed in the beginning and how it grew to be my best-selling book. Because as I mentioned in the other interviews, Gerald manages my ads and he has crazy aggressive launch strategies. So there were in the beginning, in the launch phase of the book, there was also around $500 ad spend, but I believe it was between $200 and $500 ad spend. But there was barely any money coming back, so I was a little panicking, to be honest. You will see the curve. Well, I think I also told that in the last interview, but still, I'm going to show the curve this time. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking to see that high of ad spend, especially because the KDP money comes back 2 months later. But I'm still in a safe position here. Yeah, very interesting to see how the launch phase of this book looked like. And total royalties of this book is now also positive.
Brief shameless plug you don't want to miss. Have you ever wanted to meet other KDP self-publishers in one room, exchange ideas, and have a great time together? Then our 2-day Mastermind event in Las Vegas on October 25 and 26 is exactly what you're looking for. Uncover secret strategies in our speeches, get one-on-one advice from me and our team in workshop sessions, and exchange ideas with other publishers at your level and above. Click on the first link in the description to find out more.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you made any changes to your bidding or campaign structure heading into Q4?
As I mentioned, Gerald is managing my ads. You might know him from the other interviews. I don't know too much of what he has changed. I know that we have turned ads off for some books. We've reduced cost for some books, and for other books we've raised it. I think also in general bids were raised slightly, or he's starting to raise them now for Q4, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, slight changes, but not too heavy changes.
How are your Facebook ads performing? Any strong audience or creatives right now?
So as I mentioned, towards the ending of September, I launched new books, ran Facebook ads for all of them. So I had a relatively high Facebook ad spend for a while. Turned out only 2 of them were performing, so I turned off the rest. However, these are very seasonal books, so I plan to test them again at a later point. I was still surprised to see that the books that are performing, the stats are very great, and for the time frame we're in right now, I could see the stats becoming even better the closer we get to Christmas, basically. So
Okay.
basically 2 campaigns online for 2 books, working great, ranking for keywords through those external traffic sales. Yeah.
Great to hear. Has your email list grown much since last month? Any noticeable impact from that yet?
Yeah, the email list, and then on the exact number at the moment, let me check it out. But the email list of the brand of the top selling book is just growing very rapidly. The book is making approximately, well, let me actually check how many sales it's making per day. Yesterday, for example, it made 40 paperback sales, 9 ebook sales, and 18 ad orders. So it's making about 40, 50 sales a day. And also the email list is growing at the same time. And what astonishes me is that I get like 2 to 5 organic reviews almost daily. I check every couple of days and there's 15, 20 more reviews than the last time. Surprising to see that it's converting so well. So this shows the power of great bonuses. The thing is also the bonus is really great to this book. It's basically like a little accompanying app. And that's converting really well into email list subscribers and also into reviews, which I'm very happy about.
Okay. Are you using the strategy that Gerald shared at the Barcelona event in regards to the reviews?
Yes, it's basically an email sequence. I have some magic words in there, basically. If the email list total is 323 just of that book.
Okay. And you mentioned last time you were outsourcing TikTok content to US freelancer. How is that system working now?
I've hired more US freelancers now. It's starting to work. I can't really track if the sales that are it's currently promoting the best-selling book, so it's hard to tell which sales, if sales are coming from TikTok. I can also not really see it in the curve yet. However, the videos are performing. The accounts are starting to get traction. The views are going up, and also I'm working on setting TikTok shop up now. I'm from Germany, and as far as I know, with the German TikTok shop, I cannot sell to the US. So I found a contact person now who I have an agreement with for a UK TikTok shop. However, he tells me I can sell through the US to the US through a UK TikTok shop. Um, when I search on Google, I cannot find any information about that. All I can find is 1 year old, and at this point, it seems like it was not possible. So I have a question here to the viewers. If anybody of you is running a TikTok shop for your book brand, do you know if I can sell to the US with the UK TikTok shop? It's literally impossible to find something on Google. And also, when I do deep research, it only tells me no, but my contact person is telling me yes. This is what really is confusing me a little bit. Maybe there's some invisible change. I don't know. There's no official. I didn't find any official source from TikTok. But yeah, would be interesting in hearing that. So TikTok is that the channels are starting to grow. And I'm working to get the TikTok shop set up so I can also directly sell through TikTok now.
Okay. Any early data showing TikTok traffic influencing organic rankings or sales yet?
As I mentioned, I can't really tell it from the data I have now, but I'm sure that after the end of this month, I can make an assessment on that.
Okay. Let's talk about systems and teams. Have you made any updates to your publishing systems or SOPs this month?
To be honest, at the moment, the production is standing pretty much still. I'm ordering A+ content, etc., from my my A+ content freelancers. So I'm mainly in contact with A+ content freelancers, and yeah, video ads, etc. I'm doing myself. I have the others on standby though when the production continues, but I'm currently facing some issues. I will get into that in a second probably, which basically forces me to stop the production at the moment.
And
Otherwise,
definitely stay tuned for that, because there's a good lesson from that.
yeah. Otherwise, SOP changes, nothing really changed. Well, no.
Okay. Any changes in your freelancer team, new hires, drop off, or role shifts?
Only new hires for the TikTok side of things. So only hiring US. It's mostly students. They do for $5 an hour. They basically create the TikTok accounts, etc. Because TikTok, they have geo-locking. So if I want to post TikToks that are in the US, ideally there are also workarounds, a US SIM card plus VPN plus VPS, whatever. But I just thought, why not just hire US freelancers, have them create the account, they start posting it. I think it's the more or less for now simplest solution. But if you think otherwise, let me know in the comments. Always grateful for advice. Yeah.
Okay, let's shift to mindset and strategy. Now that you've hit consistent profit, what's your main focus for Q4?
My main focus at the moment is getting my account issue resolved. I think it might be the right point to talk about it now. So first, let me say, get the account issue resolved. My main goal is get out my books and promote them, but I have to overcome this roadblock with my account issue. The thing is, my account currently has an issue. Every new book I publish, it just lands in the blocked stage. And then I receive an email from KDP. It might result in a disappointing customer experience. Then I have to message them back with more information about the book, and then the book gets unblocked. However, some books I was not able to get unblocked. I'm in contact with KDP every day, basically. At first started with emails with the content review team. As you guys might know, the content review team, it feels most of the time like you're writing with a robot, even though now I got through to what feels like a human. Of course, they're all humans, but I guess that process is basically pretty robotic, just clicking message templates, whatever. I've been calling KDP. I've been talking to supervisors forwarding me to managers. Nobody on the phone can really help you because only the content review team can help you. Then contact stopped. I'm now in contact with an attorney. What I think, what caused this issue is that I've published too many books in a short time frame. As you know, I think it was August, didn't publish any book. So that was pretty much like a hold in publishing new books. The account is 4 months old. And then in beginning of September, I published for the first 13 days, I believe. I published 16 books in those 13 days. All paperbacks pretty much, or paperbacks and ebooks. So if you put them together, it's more than 16 books. And it was after the last day I published 3 books. And those 3 books, they got blocked within 15 minutes, as every new book now that I publish is doing as well. Then I was really scared for 15 days. I didn't publish anything, and then I thought, okay, let's try it out. Let's publish a non-seasonal book. Let's see if this also gets blocked. Also got blocked, and then I was able to get it fixed. Yeah, so I think it must be an algorithmic blockage, because it always says as a reason it might result in a disappointing customer experience, with which I'm sure it doesn't. Those are high quality books. You can see those are high quality books. Every human that would look at them says it would be high quality books. They go through editing process. They go through proofreading processes. They have high quality illustrations. Also, the attorney looked at it. They cannot understand why. Yeah, so that's my situation at the moment. The current stage is I've got this book unblocked. I'm now using the same case, KDP case, because it seems like this is the first success, the first step in the door. And they are now reviewing all the other books again. So I'm waiting on a reply there. I'm still have the KDP attorney on hold. I'm sure I will get this resolved, so I don't panic too much. Otherwise, I just publish a book, then wait until it gets blocked, send an email again. It's not ideal, but yeah, it's really devastating realizing that KDP just has the, or it's not nothing against KDP, it's the KDP algorithms that have the hand over you. But I completely understand it, of course. At a business in this size and so many publishers, so many book uploads, there's no other way of solving this without algorithms like this. But still, the frustration of trying to get through to a person who can actually help me, it's hard. And especially in the beginning when the first books got blocked, immediately started sweating, waking up every morning. First thought I look on the phone, KDP email, I wake up to copy and paste replace. I'm just like, oh shit, let's go back to sleep. So it's a very draining phase at the moment. But however, I'm happy that the books that are online are selling. The books that I got online in this first initial publishing phase are selling. Yeah. Also, it was for the first 15 days, I thought, oh no, now I have these Q4 books published and I cannot raise the price because I launched them at a lower price, and if I wouldn't be able to raise the price, there would be no reason in launching those with a good ad strategy. But then after 15 days, I made the step of, okay, let's try a price update on an existing book, and it went through. So as long as the book does not get put into the in review stage, the algorithm doesn't get triggered, and no block occurs. Also important to mention, I tried updating one ebook as a test, and it also got blocked. So if I do manuscript updates, it also results in an automatic block. It's devastating, as I mentioned multiple times, but I don't lose the hope. Yeah.
So that's an unfortunate thing with the algorithms. Sometimes you get caught in the middle of them. And like you mentioned, we completely understand KDP that they have to rely on this algorithm because there is such a volume of books. And perhaps you could ask that the rules aren't so strict in regards to, because the thing from my understanding was that there were too many books published, and that is what triggered the algorithm. But like you mentioned in your reply, it's that you have saved up books for Q4 that has been in production for a long time, and you're publishing them now because of timing. So you have a reasonable explanation as well to them if that is the problem, that you're publishing too much. And they can also look at the previous books. They can see these books have great reviews, great experiences. And I know, having looked at your books as well, they are of high quality, they are providing value. So I don't think you deserve to go through what you're going through now.
Yeah, I see it pretty much the same way. But yeah, I can't really hold a grudge against KDP or Amazon. I understand that's the only way to handle this whole system for them. But yeah, it seems like there's always a way out, which seems to be the attorney way. I've heard other publisher stories, and the attorney seems to, if it's truly a false error, basically, the attorneys seem to almost always get it fixed. So yeah, but I'm also sure that Amazon is trying to improve on that. They must be, because I'm 100% sure I'm not the only one who feels mistreated by the algorithmic system a little bit. But yeah, I just hope it doesn't happen to anybody. Beware, if your account is fresh, don't publish too much in a short time frame. Yeah, there's definitely a learning from that. I will have to slow down and
And we've talked amongst each other is that sometimes we wish that KDP would reach out and let us help in terms of, okay, where does in this case, where does the algorithm go too strict? Where may it be directed with more effectiveness, and what can be done in regards to the Amazon content review team? I think that's one main thing that can be improved, because sometimes it feels like they don't read the reply, they don't respond to the question. It's simply that they press either 1 or 2, and that's a template response, and there's no information given, and it sometimes doesn't make logical sense.
Yeah. I think what would make it easier would be a phone service for the content review team, because you could actually explain it to them and you don't feel this. Because when I write an email, like 80% of the email just stays unanswered. If I'm on the phone, I really get answers to my question. So I think a phone support for the content review team, that would help. Probably they will work on implementing something like this, hopefully. But I could also see a lot of frustrated people just being annoying over the phone.
And there would have to be some sort of filtering. Perhaps they can, I think now, speaking to Gerald, I think maybe newer accounts are seeing more issues with this. So that might be a filtering that they're doing, and that's why you got caught in this. But otherwise, perhaps they can filter through results, or they can filter through customer experience, or something where the publishers who are really aiming to produce a valuable experience for the customers can get a little bit more human contact.
Yeah, 100%. I think there could be some possibility that someday they could implement a solution to that, but not exactly sure how that would look. But KDP, if you're watching this, I would be, I think, not only me, but other publishers as well. Some improvement to the system could be figured out probably.
Yes. So the next question I have is what is one mistake or bottleneck from September that you're fixing now besides this?
Not really anything. It feels like I'm only trying to solve this bottleneck.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my main challenge. Maybe if somebody in the comments, if you have been in a similar situation and have got it resolved, let me know how you got it solved. You can also, if you want to talk privately, you can always join the Skool Community and DM me in there. Just search for Tim, and you should be able to find me, or Tim Gebhardt, that's my name. Yeah, would be good to have like a KDP. I know somebody in DPE has like a KDP account manager, or used to have a deep KDP account manager. Something like this would be very extremely useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's hard to focus on anything else. It's like the water would disappear, or the electricity wouldn't work. It's such a big problem that it doesn't make sense to focus on much else at this point. You simply need to get this resolved, and you're working on it, and hopefully we'll have a more positive update next month on it. It will be interesting.
But mindset wise, it has been a big impact. Like, you have to imagine, like, plan A, or like the main 80% of my time, the thing that I put 80% of my time in just falls away, because at the moment it doesn't make sense to produce more books if I don't even know 100% that I will get this issue resolved. At the end, I could not publish them. I could still sell them maybe, but I think it's not worth the effort at the moment to continue production. It's really, yeah, it's like a big hit in the face, but now I've mentally recovered. I have some other things to do now, preparing my Las Vegas presentation at the moment. We got some exciting things going on with DPE, so there is work still at the moment, but still it's a big change.
Yeah. And what's one big bet you're making in October?
one big bet that I hit the 20K mark this month. It's one big bet. Yeah, I think I mentioned it in one of the first episodes already. I put my goals higher. It's not the 10K challenge anymore. Now I've reached the 10K in gross. Next goal is the 30K in gross. I'm pretty confident that I could hit the 30K in Q4 month this year.
Yeah, I think you will. We have some viewer questions from the last video. For those of you who are watching now, feel free to leave a comment and I can ask Tim in the next video your questions. Why not ask only 15 books right? So you had 15 books in August and now you have around 30 books, correct?
Yeah, correct. That's 31 books currently. Yeah.
And last month it was 15. Becky from Oz asked, what was the advertising limit you mentioned last time? What exactly was it and how did it get removed?
I think this was an issue we got solved in July. It's basically, I think it's written nowhere, but new Amazon Ads accounts, they seem to have a daily spending limit of about 30, or I believe in the beginning it was $15 per day, and it went up to $30 per day after, I think, at the first month or something. So it's basically an invisible, unofficial spending limit on your Amazon Ads account or fresh accounts. And I got it removed by shooting a message through the Amazon Ads support chat function. And then it took a couple of days and it got unlocked, basically.
Okay. Shelly and Sarah, both thank you for sharing your journey. What's one quick tip you would give for beginners watching right now?
I think definitely what was the biggest plus for me and what I would recommend to everybody is just to connect with other publishers at your level, at ideally levels higher than you, but also connecting with publishers at a lower level. I think I mentioned this also in previous videos. It can help you because you basically reaffirm your knowledge, or you repeat your knowledge if you teach them something. Also, in DPE we have some beginners that are making less money, but they have a really high IQ, and they just come up with stuff that I didn't come up, or the other people didn't come up. So yeah, just connecting with other publishers is the biggest strength, I believe. Learning from publishers that are better with you, just having somebody on your side who you can just ask, oh, I have this question at the moment. Have you encountered this? Oh, yes, I solved it like this. Or what do you think about this idea, this idea? Yeah, I've done similar things. I did it like this. This is the perfect way to do it. It just is a crazy boost. And also, you don't feel alone. As I know from other publishers, I haven't experienced this feeling because I've been accompanied by DPE from the beginning, basically. And even 1 year before I started publishing, I've been accompanied by DPE. So I've never felt alone, but I know from other publishers that it has been a lonely journey for them. And also, let's look at BJ. Let's take the example of BJ. Some of you might have seen the YouTube interview, also DPE member. He has been publishing for 10 years without really connecting with anybody, or I know that he's been to the event before. But after he came into DPE, we met him in Las Vegas, and from his perspective, it really changed his publishing approach now. He's also you are learning every day from other people. Yeah, it's just connecting with other publishers. That's the advice I would give.
Yes, definitely. If we take an extreme example, when they learn to make fire, when they share the knowledge. Without that sharing of knowledge, who know where we would be in any field. So of course we want to leverage other people's experiences, new or experienced, because like you said, there might be people coming in who have different perspectives from different industries. Oh, you can do it like this. I listened to this podcast over here. I tried this thing. So you move so much faster. And I look back at my books from 2023 and compare them to 2025. It's night and day. It's non-comparable, and everything on every single front has improved in terms of the book itself, in details such as formatting and the marketing of the book covers, everything, the titles, subtitles, everything is much better. And it's simply because of the community and the sharing of knowledge from other members. And it's also a great way to stay motivated, to connect with other people. And I know that DP has been a great place for people to begin friendships as well, and connect with something that they have a mutual interest in, which is hard for us publishers because we don't really have colleagues in the real world. At least it's very uncommon that someone in your close area is doing publishing.
Yeah. Also, I think the connections, they lead to cooperations. They can open doors for you. Like, for example, my example with the TikTok shop. If it wasn't about these DP connections, I wouldn't have the possibility now to my UK TikTok shop account with the guy I cooperate on this with. So yeah, it definitely opens doors, speeds things up. Just everybody benefits from it. Yeah.
Our Las Vegas Publishing Mastermind is happening on October 25 to 26. What can people expect from your speech, Tim?
I'm prepared. The speech is not prepared yet. I'm prepared. I got the flights booked, the hotel booked. I'm very much looking forward to it. What can you expect from my speech? I will be holding a speech on AI. It will be pretty broad, I would say. I aim to basically show my workflow in every step in the book creation process. It's gonna be a 1 hour or 1.5 hour speech, so I have to cramp it down a little bit. I plan on doing it with screenshots, but I'm basically planning to give my SOPs for outline creation, writing, cover creation. I think my cover creation workflow since the last event has developed much further. I think that will be interesting to see. However, I will keep it concise, but I make sure to get all the nuggets in there. Also, when it comes to UGC content creation with AI, you can make great Amazon ads. Yeah, I've developed some interesting stuff throughout the last 6 months from the last event. I'm looking forward to showing these. Also, I'm looking very much forward to how Sora 2 will change the UGC game, and also in general the design game. Also for covers, that will probably be a huge increase. As far as I know, I'm also in the EU, so I can't use Sora 2 yet. They've unfortunately got some better geo-blocking going on. I cannot even use it with a VPN. But I think it will be very interesting also when it comes to book covers. Yeah.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Thank you once again, Tim, for showing up and doing the interview. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in Las Vegas, and also for the next interview. Thank you for watching as well.
Yes, sir. It will be very nice to reunite with everybody who was in Barcelona and a lot of new people coming as well.
Yeah.
If you guys are from the US, especially if you are from Las Vegas, I think it's a no-brainer coming to this event. If you're outside of the US, I can understand travel costs, arranging the travel. But yeah, if you're around the area or not too far away, for me, for example, I take a 12-hour flight, so it's not too easy for you. And let me keep that. For me, for example, I take a 12-hour flight. So I think if you're around the area and you're self-publishing and love it, you have no excuse of not coming, basically. Check out the page in the description. Sorry for over advertising here, but I think it's really worth a lot, these events.
Yeah, and we have many people who've signed up. And if you're watching and you've already signed up, please leave a comment below, let us know. And we look forward to meeting you in Las Vegas.
100%. See you guys.
See you.